Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast. Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Johnny, Hugh, and I'm Lafayette. Remember, tell your friends, rate, subscribe, download, review. Nerds Talking, the podcast. New episode every Friday where you find your podcasts. The Super Bowl just ended. The good old yearly spectacular that we all watch no matter who's in it. And we all guessed the winners. And the rules were the winner gets to host the show. Well, I guess nothing changes because the winner win a chicken dinner, loses. You guys did good, though. You guys did very good. You tried your best to give me numbers and teams, and you suck. Who picked the Bengals? Was it Johnny and Carlos?
I picked the Rams.
Then it was Hugh and Johnny that picked the Bengals. I don't know if you guys should be able to even talk for the next segment, like a penalty box. Goddamn losers.
Oh
anyway,
God, you're just so good at guessing.
I'm just really good at everything.
You're good. You're so good at everything.
I know how to guess numbers. But yeah, the Super Bowl was pretty cool. I mean, really good commercials. What were your top commercials? You guys remember off the top of your head? What were some that like really stuck out?
For me, the Larry David commercial, crypto app, whatever
Yeah,
that was.
FTX, I think it's called.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was
a
really
very good
funny.
commercial. Hugh, do you have one?
I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I was impressed with the quality. I mean, even companies that you've never heard of, like, had great ads.
Carlos, how about yourself? Is there one that stuck out to you?
Well, if
You
I had
like-
to think of one that that I thought nothing really stuck out, and I was like amazing, but I guess that Uber Eats. The only reason that stuck out is I thought it was stupid.
Uber Eats, I don't recall that one. Oh, well, they're all eating the everything
eating.
in the bag.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
pretty stupid. Like,
That was stupid.
but Uber delivered this toilet paper. Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what I
Mhm.
thought was, first of all, think about it. They ordered the toilet paper. Did they not know what it was for? Did they
No
assume they had to
kidding, right?
eat it? No, I thought a really good one was a Liquid Death commercial. All the
Oh,
kids
yeah,
were
yeah,
acting
yeah.
like
The
they were
water.
partying and they were wasted. All the little kids, and then
Oh, I don't know if I saw that one.
you gotta see it's a good one. And then another good one was
The baby one, the E-Trade.
that was good too. They had to bring the baby back.
But you have to remember the original commercial
Yeah.
to get it, though.
No, I thought another good one was the Amazon commercial with Scarlett Johansson.
I
And,
saw that
oh.
before the Super Bowl, though. It was on YouTube or something like that. That was hilarious. Like,
That was a good commercial.
Mhm.
How it like told them the truth of what the person was thinking. That was a
Pretend
good
to fake
one.
your death next week.
Yeah, exactly. That was good. They didn't really have usually there's a lot of movie commercials, but I only recall 2 movie previews. That was Jurassic Park, which did look good,
Yeah.
and the other one was Doctor Strange, which also looked good. But that's only 2 movie maybe Uncharted. I think they showed the Uncharted movie with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. I don't know if anybody's interested in that movie, but
Isn't it out already?
It
comes out a couple weeks. right?
this
I
week.
thought it was already out. Oh,
Is it this week?
This week, yeah. This week
Okay.
is Uncharted and that Channing Tatum movie with the dog.
Oh,
I
with
think
the
it's called Dog, right?
Called
It is
Dog.
called
Yeah.
Dog. Where
Yeah.
he's bringing the dog back to someone.
Yeah, to his buddy's funeral or something.
Oh,
like
his
that.
buddy's funeral. That's right.
It was like
That's
a
right.
working army dog or something like that.
Yeah. He's a military dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there, and then also this week, even though I told you it was last week, no, it's today. This Friday, The Marvelous Miss Maisel on Amazon. Carlos's favorite show.
Why do I keep bringing that crap?
Because you like it so much. You love
It's
it.
not a bad show.
I know. He's like, you know why he doesn't like
every
it?
week he's like, oh,
I
next
know
week,
why he.
Miss
I
Maisel.
mean,
2 weeks
this-
from now, Miss Maisel.
you know why he doesn't
Uh,
like it though. He doesn't like it because
It's not funny.
it got all this hype, and he watches like, this isn't funny. They don't like this show's not funny. It's like I'm like, it's just well written. It's a really good show.
No, the
Not
best
funny.
part of the show is her parents.
Yeah,
Her
not funny.
parents are the funniest in the show,
They're okay.
and her dad. Her dad is hilarious, but It's
Dad
not
is-
a funny show.
I forgot who plays her dad. He's a pretty famous actor. I don't know, but no, it's a good show. It's a good show.
It's not for
Um,
everybody, just like Schitt's Creek. That's not for
Yeah.
everybody.
Now I remember some of them. I was just looking. I do remember the
Which one? Give it
well
to me.
the green light commercial with the three, what were their last names? Jones. The three Jones.
Oh, the
and then,
Joneses.
And then Jonas steps in. I'm like, that's
Oh,
okay.
that was kind of funny because he said they're like Jonas. Well, keeping up with the Joneses. And then Tommy Lee goes, I don't know who you are,
He said, whoever you are.
but keep up. And he takes off.
Yeah, Tommy Lee I knew he would be good. And the Bud Light Seltzer bet one wasn't bad with what's his name? The
Oh,
Guy
that one was
Fieri,
funny. The
Flavor
Guy
Town.
Fieri
Yeah.
one was funny. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
I just
Flavor
remembered
Town.
a commercial with Eugene Levy. It's
Yes.
the Nissan commercial where like he just starts
Oh.
driving the car and then all
With
of a sudden,
Batista.
yeah,
the
he's
Need for
like
Speed one.
he looked like
Yeah.
Fabio
Yeah,
towards the
yeah,
end.
yeah,
That was pretty
yeah.
funny.
That's, no, I thought they had
I
good
didn't-
commercials.
I didn't see the Elba commercial. Was that good? Big Game is censored.
Wait, what is it?
Booking.com. Idris Elba says,
Oh, it's not a good one. No, that was not a good commercial.
No, it was,
No,
yeah,
it was
it
not a
was-
good commercial.
I didn't see it.
was
None of
kinda-
them are. All the Booking.com and all the none of the travel ones are good. Like the fucking Captain Obvious thing, and I don't know.
No,
The dumb one was the one with the QR code just going.
I was
across
about to
the
bring that
screen,
up. I thought that was the best one.
but they crashed the site with that
They did.
commercial.
They crashed
Yeah.
Coinbase.
Nice.
Was
I
it?
thought
Is that a Coinbase? Is that what it was?
It's Coinbase. Well, if you scan it, you enter to win $3 million.
Mm.
Well, 3 winners, $1 million each.
I thought
And,
the Pringles one was dumb. The stupid
Oh,
can
Oh, the hand stuck in the
his
can.
hand
Yeah.
stuck in the can. Yeah, his whole life he had to have
holding
it
a
there.
baby.
There was
How
some good
dumb
ones.
are you that you can't pull off a cardboard tube off your hand?
I
That's
know
what
that is
mean.
true though, and I guess if you wet it enough, right, it was just kind of
Yeah, how many? I guess the guy never showered for the rest of his life because in the shower,
Yeah.
shit should have came off.
yeah. No, but I thought the commercials were pretty good. But I think Johnny's right. The best commercial was Larry David. That shit was hilarious. No matter what somebody showed him, it's like
It's
nope.
the wheel.
No, no. How about I created a fork? I got 10 forks.
Or he was in that Japanese boardroom meeting, like speaking
Like this.
Japanese, like, you
Oh,
know
yeah.
what's bad.
Yeah. Even at the end when the guy tells him, "Oh, it's crypto."
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm never wrong about this.
Yeah. That was a good one because it's Larry David. That's why it worked, honestly,
Mhm.
because it's him. He's such a curmudgeon. That guy. It's funny. Commercial wise, nothing. They weren't horrible. I remember a couple of Super Bowls where like almost every commercial was like, "This is garbage."
Right.
This one actually not decent. But
Not
then we
bad.
go. Then we get to the halftime show. Did everybody enjoy the halftime show? I got
Yeah.
a thumbs up
Yeah.
from Hugh. I got
For
a
sure.
Yep. Carlos
Loved it.
halftime. Oh,
Boring.
Carlos is
Boring.
We'll
Boring. The lip
start with-
syncing was horrible.
We'll start.
It
Wait,
was
lip syncing. Who was lip syncing?
All
I
of
didn't
them.
think they were.
Oh,
I
Wait,
didn't, I
who
didn't,
was lip syncing?
I didn't think they
All of
were.
them.
None of them were lip syncing.
All
Not
of
one
them.
of them. Now,
That's
don't get me
not
wrong.
true.
50 Cent did have a backing track, but I understood why. I mean, the guy was out of breath.
Yeah.
I
Especially
mean,
starting upside down. Like you could tell, like,
like a head
my
rush.
birthday.
And then that shirt was just like, I'll hold you in as much as I can, 50. I'm gonna let go soon.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Spanks.
He was the only one that had a backing track. Was 50 Cent.
I love the
But-
Lamar bit. Kendrick Lamar with his step dancers was great. I thought that was great.
So Kendrick
No.
Lamar was. What was the highlight for you, Hugh? Was it Kendrick Lamar? What was the highlight?
Well, I think the whole thing, even Snoop doing his little
Sea-walk,
dance
crip
he
walk.
does. Yeah,
He did a
yeah.
crip
It's
walk.
just- yeah, it was just hilarious. And I thought it was great. And I love that they were up there on the stage. I mean, I put a comment up on Facebook and there were a smattering of like, I didn't like it. Why did they do that? But I thought one of the best comments came from a buddy of mine who said, all the Karens and Kens in the world are screaming at their television sets. I thought that was perfect.
Oh, they were. Oh my god!
was
If you went on Twitter
perfect.
right after, it was like, oh, good lord, why are you showing that to America? That's a bad thing. Blah. I'm like, good, like,
I'm.
Shut up.
It wasn't horrible. I like the nostalgia of it because I grew up in high school, or just after high school with this music. But it was just boring. I mean, to me, it wasn't a show. You know, I expected like a big show, a big production, but it was just Dre pretending to mix on his mixer board.
Well,
I thought for sure at least that Impala was gonna like bounce or something, but nothing. It just
Yeah, the funny thing about the mixing board is the fact that everything was live instruments. What were you mixing there,
yeah.
Dre?
What was he mixing?
What were you mixing, buddy? Like everything was
Yeah,
live
it's-
instruments.
It's all right. I didn't mind that.
I actually just thought that honestly, the beginning where it's him and Dre, Snoop and Dre rapping by themselves on the rooftop, they should have been in front of a live band the whole time, just to kind of make it more interesting. Snoop just looked like he was having a blast though. So
Yeah.
He did.
I was like, you
For
could
sure.
tell Snoop was like, oh man, this is the greatest thing ever. Song selection wise, I just thought one song was horrible. Kendrick Lamar's choice song was not very good because you couldn't understand anything he was saying. And
Yeah,
then
but Eminem should have done something besides Track from 8 Mile.
that's his
I
biggest
agree.
song.
I agree.
What-
I mean,
That's not his biggest song. Come on.
What? Are you crazy? Eminem's biggest song ever is Lose Yourself. That is his biggest song ever. Won an Oscar with it also. And everyone and their mom knows Lose Yourself. That's
All
why he
right.
did it. But I just thought Kendrick Lamar's, I don't think his performance is very good, to be honest. Stepping out of cardboard boxes and
Was that some sort of Demolition Man thing he was doing with Wesley Snipes? type
people were
thing?
saying that.
But I think they were saying that because the guys were like blonde. The dancers were blonde.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
true.
only
They were
reason.
I
all
thought
blonde.
Cisco was gonna come out.
Did you?
Dong, dong, dong.
Dong, 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 dong.
That's kind of typical of some
Would've
of his
been
big
hilarious.
videos, though, is that crowd of dudes who all look the same and very step,
Well, for that particular song called All Right, the song is about Black people are going to be all right, even if all the plight is against you and blah, blah. We're going to be all right. And in the video, that's what it is. It's a bunch of guys dressed in black, very Black
Yeah.
Panther-esque.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the bad part was, okay, guys, this is your part. Get in the cardboard box. I know everybody else can stand on rooftops with the band,
Yeah,
but you
this
get in
is,
the
this is
box.
my moment to shine.
My time to shine. Yeah.
50 gets to reenact this music video. You get in the box. Like, what? Don't worry, you don't have to hang upside down and you can fit in your clothes. You're fine.
You know what I wondered? Because it didn't happen till the very end. I said, are they all going to be together or are they just going to stay apart? But then they did get together at the end.
But yeah, it was okay. I mean, rap shows are a little bit boring. I mean, it's, when you go to a rap show, the fun part about it is rapping along and this and like all that. Not like when you go to a live show, like or just pick any live band, like Duran Duran, just gonna throw it out there. It's a show. There's a live band playing. They probably have some type of choreography going, yada yada yada. Rap
But-
shows aren't quite like that,
That's the one type of concert I've never been to is a rap concert.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been
Um,
to an Eminem concert, and it was. But see, it was a whole setup. It was a crazy carnival on the stage with a full size
The
Ferris wheel.
production.
Production was amazing, but it really just one guy rapping standing there the whole time. you know?
Well, I know. I guess if you count Kid Rock before he started doing all country music, I saw him.
Well, he's not
That
really
was a-
rap
that
so
was a-
much.
Well, that's
Hell with
it's
Kid
more
Rock.
like rap rock, but that was a good show. That guy can put on a good show.
But he puts on a
That was
show again
pre-Trump.
with a live band,
Yes.
right?
Thank you.
Right, live band, and
Live
also
band, live
had a
DJ.
very rock feel to it.
Yeah, and he's got strippers on stage.
Yeah, so it's a show. But anyway, yeah, the show was okay. Like if I had to grade the show, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. I like rated the halftime show.
Would it be in the top 10 of halftime shows?
I
say no.
Top 10. If it had to be top 10, yeah. Top 5, no. But top 10, yeah. I think I'd make my top 10 because of all the acts and all the songs I know, and they're
Then
you
it would
know.
probably for me if it was top 10 for me, it'd be 10.
okay. Wait a second. We're here, Carlos's list right now. Top 10, go. Number 1,
Michael Jackson,
number 2,
Prince,
number 3,
Beyonce, and Bruno Mars, Coldplay,
number 4.
Aerosmith,
Dre,
Britney Spears,
Oh yeah, okay. Number 5.
Janet Justin. Number 6, Lady Gaga. Number
are
7,
crazy.
Katy Perry.
Oh,
Oh, number 8, Red Hot Chili Peppers and Bruno
Oh,
Mars.
wow. 10.
U2, number 9.
U2's number 9. So Dre, Snoop, 50M, number 10.
Number 10.
Wow.
Yeah, they're better than
Wow.
U2. They're number 9.
I do recall you. I mean, U2, they're pretty energetic when they did their show. Pretty energetic. But I don't know. Who's your Johnny? Just give me your top 3. Your personal top 3.
Michael Jackson.
Yep.
I like the Lady Gaga one.
Yeah, that one was really good. Yeah.
And when you throw in nostalgia, this last one,
Oh, made his top 3.
I loved it.
This guy.
I loved it.
God,
Boy, Johnny.
I love the crowd like going crazy when they heard a song that they knew. Like
They did go crazy though. They really did go like
They did.
really nuts when they heard In the Club, because 50 wasn't announced. And the crowd was like, "What?
Yeah.
Wow, when he went to the club, did they serve donuts at the club? I want to go to that club."
They showed the before and after from like the last time he hung upside down. It's like, oh my God.
Oh,
50.
What's funny, they showed a picture of him backstage afterwards where he was wearing just a white t-shirt that wasn't as snug. And I was like, why didn't you just wear that, man? You look like you're in pretty good shape. It's in your white t-shirt.
Isn't that what he wore in the video though?
No, he wore that
tank top.
He wore the tank top. Yeah, he wore, and maybe he was upside down in the video.
Yeah,
He was supposed to like be working out in the like futuristic gym because he was like he was rebuilt from being shot. Like, Hugh, give me your top 3 of all time. Your personal top 3. It's tough, but give me your top 3.
Well, Prince is right up my alley as well.
Yeah.
So
His show was great. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the Lady Gaga show, and I like this one because it's again my kind of thing, and I like that it represents a whole different music genre. You know, so
big time. It's not the first hip hop act at the halftime show though. Who was the first hip hop act at a halftime show?
I guess you could argue Bruno Mars, right?
No, he's not hip hop.
Nelly was on a halftime show, wasn't he?
I think he was.
He was.
I think he was on the one with NSYNC, wasn't he? Or am I wrong?
Oh, he was with Madonna, Nicki
he
Minaj,
was with
CeeLo
Madonna.
Green.
That's
Maybe he
what-
wasn't on that one, but I know CeeLo Green, Nicki Minaj. That was in
first-
2012.
I forgot that show.
The
What was-
first hip hop
Yeah.
act. What was the very first hip hop?
Oh, Nelly
act?
was with Aerosmith and Britney Spears
There you go.
in
Yeah,
2001.
yeah. That's right. I think he did. It's
Yeah.
getting hot in here. Yeah.
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 I remember that's the one where Steve Tide tried to get Britney to kiss him when they were doing Walk This Way, and she wouldn't.
You know
kiss him.
what? Nelly actually might be the first hip hop act, because I was actually thinking Black Eyed Peas performed at the
They
Super Bowl.
did, but their Super Bowl was horrible.
Yeah, but they performed with other people as well.
But they didn't
Black Eyed
move at
Peas.
all because they had those suits on, so they couldn't move.
Yeah.
But
But
electric suits.
But my top 3 would probably go Michael Jackson, because who stands in one place for 3 minutes and gets a standing ovation the whole 3 minutes? No music, nothing. Just stood there. And the crowd was like, what the fuck is he gonna do now? Oh my God. I'll probably go Prince, because man, watching that and it started raining and he starts doing Purple Rain, you're like,
crazy.
It's not the timing. It's
Yeah. How
stupid.
much did that cost? Work that out with
to
God.
control the weather.
Wait,
And just
somebody-
his whole thing, man, that dude was just, he was too good. He was too good. Number 3 is tough, man, because there are really good ones. Like I do remember Katy Perry's show was amazing. She had all these crazy, like her whole show was crazy. I wouldn't put this one on my top 3 because of that reason. The showmanship of it wasn't as good as other ones. Like to me, Bruno Mars, that dude, when he performed with his own group with Red Hot Chili Peppers, that might be my number 3, because Bruno Mars, man, that dude puts on a show. And he plays every instrument, and he has so many good songs. I mean, it's crazy. It's a tough one. Number 3 is tough, but this one I'd probably put in my top 10 for sure. Probably like 6 or 7.
I'm thinking about future shows. So since Carlos mentioned George Clinton in Parliament, they could buddy them up with like Metallica, because the music is not that dissimilar, the beat. And
So you know what? You bring up a good one. So everyone, next year you're in charge of the Super Bowl halftime show. Well, who would you put on a Super Bowl halftime show? Hugh,
Well,
you're
you already
first.
know mine, right?
Jerry
I
Seinfeld.
know BTS, but what is Hugh?
I'd start with those. I'd
New
start with those two.
Edition and Boys to Men.
There it
Okay, so
is.
wait, Hugh's first. Hugh,
I
you're-
would start with those two I just mentioned, because George is not going to perform that much longer. It'd be nostalgic. Maybe you mix him with Metallica, maybe somebody, because I don't think there's ever been a metal act, has there? Part of any Super Bowl, a metal act? Probably not,
I
right?
don't
like-
know why I was thinking that Metallica's been there before, but maybe I guess not. I guess
I got-
not.
I'd stick Metallica in there and maybe find a young version of like a funk and maybe another young
Ooh.
metal group.
Put Chromeo there.
Um,
That'd be good.
so Hugh, yours basically is Metallica, Parliament, and
Maybe
The-
two of the younger acts.
Okay, so you've basically put together the worst halftime show ever. Johnny, it's now your turn.
Wow. Wow.
Johnny's
And you know
turn.
what's playing in the background is the game. The game is playing in the background.
Yeah. You know what? They actually tell the players go on the field. Just go back out there. This is going bad. I'm surprised Hugh didn't just go like, you know what? Just
I'm gonna
bring
put
out
Jesus and the Dirty Dozen.
what's the group that from Frisco that tours? Oh, Grateful Dead for an 8-hour jam
no.
session.
Oh my God, no. I'm sorry. I hate the Grateful Dead. They're horrible.
They are horrible. But Johnny, your turn. Now, this is your chance. Next year, you're in charge of the halftime show. What is going to be your act that you bring on?
I'm gonna keep it all related to the
Oh
same
my
like
God.
label.
Oh, same label. Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna start off with Boys to Men. Even the guy with the cane, they're gonna reconcile.
Well, he'll get paid.
Oh, I
enough.
don't
He'll
know
get
about
paid enough.
that.
No, he'll get paid enough. Super Bowl, he ain't turning Super Bowl down. He ain't turning Super Bowl down.
And then after that, another bad creation.
No,
I haven't seen them since they
really?
were kids, so I'm
Wow,
curious to see
okay.
what they look like now.
I think
Okay.
half are dead.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll close the show with New Edition.
But you don't necessarily need 3 acts. You can go 2. You can go 1. Michael Jackson carried that thing.
I
Prince
mean,
carried
that
thing.
show. I don't know.
New
if that's-
Edition can't carry.
I don't
like
know
Michael
if that
Jackson.
show's any better than Metallica and Parliament. I just this is tough. This is tough. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you could do the XFL show like halftime when it comes around. But that one is a tough one.
You
right
offered me a
there.
job.
I did. You did it poorly. You did it poorly. I mean, you're the type of guy that when you give them, you're like, here's my notes. We should get those guys. And then all they do is turn and to the next guy. Call Hugh. Sorry, Johnny. No.
Oh no!
It's to men. Another bad creation. What the fuck?
What are you talking about? Boys to Men? They're another bad creation.
Well, if they can't make it because they're dead
Oh,
or
if they
whatever,
can't make it.
They're dead.
then crisscross.
One of them's dead.
Dead.
Fuck! What? This is
This
was just a podcast amongst friends. I didn't know this was the news show. I didn't know that shit. This is CNN. Breaking news, everyone.
Did you say Millie
Crisscross
Vanilli?
is dead.
Well, if this
He's
is
dead
Wolf
too.
Blitzer, everything
I-
was breaking news. If it's Wolf Blitzer.
It's funny how Johnny finds out all these people are dead on this show.
So, what? When did this happen? Tell me Prince is dead? Yeah. Ah, god damn it. We can't get him back.
I'm afraid to
Absolutely.
Google. I'm afraid to Google it because you guys might be right.
All right, Carlos, your halftime show.
So if I needed 3 acts, this is how it's gonna open up. It's gonna open with Dua Lipa,
Yeah, there you go.
and the middle act would be Ed Sheeran,
Ah, that's a good one.
and then the last act would be Subsonic.
Oh, yeah. See, look, very good show right there. That's actually a really good show. Yeah, you really pulled out the big heavy hitters there.
Damn right.
This guy playing around. You guys are
Yeah.
over here giving us old school shit and
Well, Metallica and the Parliament be playing in the parking lot pre-show.
I mean, that one. Woo,
And on
That
stage 2, Boys to Men.
Boys to Men with another bad creation. And Belle Biv DeVoe and all those other guys on that label.
Oh, I know who Johnny's follow-up act would be. It would be Color Me Bad.
Oh, is the lead singer going to be there? He weighs like 300 pounds now.
You know, they performed at a King's halftime show recently, like a year or two ago,
How'd that go?
and I feel like they changed people around. I don't know if any of
They
the
did.
original people.
No, they
were-
changed 2 of them. Yeah, they changed 2 guys. Yeah.
2 of them are dead, Johnny.
They were riding with crisscross.
And Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, they were in a plane.
I think.
Buddy Holly was there.
Oh, was he? Wow, the big bopper. Buddy Holly. I can't. I'm trying to think. I think he committed suicide. The guy from Crisscross. Let you know. Just like to throw that in there.
Oh, sort of
Died of
Milli
drug
Vanilli.
overdose in
Milli-
2013.
Yeah. And then Milli Vanilli. Yeah, same guy. He killed. He died of an overdose or some shit.
Well,
too.
it was a suicide because he couldn't take the whole.
Like he never got
everybody
over it.
hates
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah, he never got over it. So if I have to do it, I've had to do a show. I probably have Imagine Dragons
That's a good one.
as part of it. It's a tough one because Carlos took 2 of the ones I was going to name. But Imagine Dragons, I do think you gotta have somebody from like the 90s, early 2000s, but that's really popular play with them.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
There you go. The Trans-Siberian Orchestra. You know what I had? I'd have Imagine Dragons, and then Post Malone would come out and do like 2 songs with them. He'd do, his rock star, whatever his big songs are.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
And then, because that's how I would do, I would just tie him in. He would do his little bit, and then he would just move on. And then Imagine Dragons will either finish by themselves or somebody else will come out and do the same thing. Who that someone else is, like I said, Carlos kind of took some good ones. Oh, maybe Woman Republic's, they're good. Woman Republic is really good. But that'd be too similar. Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, Imagine. Yeah.
I'd probably have Eminem come out again. Let him get his extra song in. Like, he deserves another one. I'll be honest. I just have Eminem do his own show. That's it.
If Chester was still alive, I'd put Linkin Park in there.
Yeah, Linkin Park. Man, they put on a show. Woo. They put on a show. Oh, you know what? I'd do something where I'd have like Red and Method Man come out.
Red and Method.
Because they had some good songs together. They had some really, but I think I told this to Carlos, but I would do a hip hop show, and it'd be the 80s on one stage to start the show. It'd be an evolution of hip hop. So it'd be LL Cool J and Run DMC to start the show, and then next would be Jay-Z and maybe even somebody like Nelly. He was really popular in the 90s or 2000s. Nelly
2000s.
He wasn't like late 90s or anything.
No, 2000s.
Okay, then I would have Jay-Z and even P. Diddy perform because he had a bunch of hits, whatever. And then I'd have like Nelly perform with whoever from the early 2000s, maybe even Eminem. And then I'd have Drake and then Kanye West to finish it. Some shit like that.
You wouldn't have
evolution.
NWA. They were 90s.
No, they were. I wouldn't have NWA. Who are you gonna have? I mean,
there's only one guy that's passed.
No. But what? Hey, NWA, you're performing. What songs are you gonna do?
Beep, 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 beep,
Compton.
That would be the best one this year or last year. Fuck the police.
Everybody everything would be bleeped out.
Yeah, I mean, it's
you know what they could do, and this would be the cheapest halftime show.
Oh,
ever.
It's got to be good. Yeah,
right. Because all the one hit wonders, you just bring them out.
That is true.
K7.
Oh wow, K7.
Baha Man.
Return of the Mac.
Oh,
Coffee Brown.
Who let the dogs
Coffee
out?
Brown? Yeah.
I mean,
Tone Loc could come out. Yeah, he could do a thing.
Young MC.
Yeah. I mean, there's endless one hit wonders. You can just bring them all.
Exactly. So, and it wouldn't cost you that much at all. $50 each, and
not even that
for the groups.
They'd pay you. You'd make money.
Yeah.
No, they get them for free because they get Super Bowl tickets. And that shit ain't cheap.
That's true.
How about Adele?
Ooh, MC Hammer.
Adele people would probably want to see that.
Nah, Adele.
But the problem is she doesn't. Again,
There's
there's no dancing. There's no choreography.
No.
She's just standing there singing. Because like Mariah Carey never had the halftime show, probably for that reason. And she was like the biggest star
she's not
ever.
mobile.
If it was Music
mobile.
Box, Mariah Carey, yeah.
Yeah. Well, not now, of course. Not.
No.
So I think Carlos won the halftime show game
I think I won.
because
Somebody
he just
called the
picked
NFL.
up-
We didn't
Give me
even
a
get to
job.
vote. Come on, hey, new edition, another bad creation.
Okay,
And
we
Boys
can
to
vote.
Men.
We can vote. All right.
I'm
Who
gonna
votes-
go.
who
I'm
votes
gonna
for
redo mine. Mine's gonna be Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, NSYNC.
I think I'd vote for that one over mine.
I win.
That would be a good show.
I win. Just NSYNC in general. That's
Where's
it.
3T?
Just NSYNC.
Nobody's bringing 3T back.
No 3T.
Johnny's thinking about it.
Hugh's like, oh, fuck, I had to pick Parliament, didn't I? I could have went Metallica and anybody else.
Well, we can all all agree that Hugh lost, right?
Yeah.
I reserve the right to change my opinion.
Okay,
Reserve
wait,
the
I
right
want to
to
hear.
change-
I would like to hear your new show here. Who's your
ahead.
new show?
Well, no,
Yeah.
I was just looking at Carlos's picks. Yeah, that's actually outstanding. Dua Lipa could just do it all by herself.
She could. That's the thing. I'll be
No,
honest.
she could. She has a
perform
great
it
album.
all
Her new
by
album is
herself.
great. It's a great
But
album.
And she dances.
I'll be
and
straight up. I didn't know that.
Paula
Bruno
Abdul?
had no, I didn't know that. No, I straight up. I didn't know that Bruno had formed a new group with Anderson.
Oh
Paak.
yeah, Silk
Silk
Sonic.
Sonic.
Yeah,
It's like a 70s funk album. Like
that'd be good with young dudes. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. Well, I could see Dua Lipa with just Silk Sonic, but Ed Sheeran though, that dude.
That would add a nice little.
But Ed Sheeran would be. I wouldn't announce Ed Sheeran.
No, I
I
would
don't-
just have him.
I would just
know
be
what?
Dua Lipa and Silk Sonic, and
But
then he'd
what?
show up.
Why
on-
announce Ed Sheeran? Why not just bring out Elton John for one song with Dua Lipa? Does they have like one of the biggest songs there is?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be a surprise. Yeah. There you go. Well, If you guys out there have any halftime show suggestions, we don't care. You don't write us anyway. Thank you. Yeah, Johnny, why didn't you say BTS? I don't get it. That all your people gonna be let down.
I don't think we can afford BTS.
There's like 10 of them.
Too many of them.
How do you pay those many people? Plus, who would want to see that? To be honest, only one guy speaks good English. I mean,
that's all you need.
that
One
is true.
translator.
Oh, that's definitely a backing
They're
track.
smooth like
type of
butter,
show.
man. I don't know what you're talking
Smooth
about.
like butter. Something undercover.
Like a criminal undercover.
Oh, a criminal undercover. All right, we'll take a break here on Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after.
Ooh, I like that one.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm going to do this for 10 minutes.
Hi, I'm Ken Pringle. I'm a voice actor.
That's what happens when you insult me.
And stand-up comedian. And I'm also the host of the new podcast, We Talk Funny, where I talk with some of the biggest names in voiceover about our live comedy shows.
I bet you that voice gets you laid. I bet you you're incorrect.
VO tips.
Don't quit. If you love it, you will always find a reason to stay in it.
As well as cartoons.
This is one of the worst pieces of literature I have ever read.
Video games.
Riddle me this.
Breakfast cereal.
And here's what you got to do with the Frosted Flakes if you're a disgusting child. You got to put in the milk, let it get nice and soggy.
And basically everything that used to make Saturday mornings great. So grab yourself a big old bowl of your favorite sugary sweet cereal treat, sit back and enjoy. With new episodes every Saturday morning, you've finally got a reason to look forward to the weekends. Ready to go? Well, spoons up. Let's dig in.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed that commercial break and listen to that show after our show. I'm here with Carlos, Johnny, Hugh, and I'm Lafayette. Johnny, you look so like you're looking very like intent at your screen. What are you looking at there, Johnny?
I'm just Googling.
Okay, that's good enough. We don't need any more details. This is a kids show, you know. Yes.
How fucking awkward would that be if I was Googling what you were suggesting?
What,
I'm just
kids?
fucking jerking off while you 3 other dudes watch me. Fuck that. What's wrong with you, man? I'm Googling normal shit. We're talking about eating ass.
Yeah.
The guy,
during
the
we're talking about
normal
eating
shit.
ass during the break.
Wait, the 3 dudes.
Believe Putin's invading Ukraine.
No. Are the 3 dudes watching on your screen? Like you? Are you watching other?
Wait,
3
what are
dudes?
you watching? Two
Yeah,
dudes
what are
in
you
a
watching?
cup?
3 dudes jerk off? What'd you say?
No.
He's like, no, I didn't say any of that.
I can see why Carlos hates your face every day. I can see. I can sense the anger growing inside me every time you speak.
Like the dark side, man.
That's right. That's
Consumes you.
That's right. That's right.
Now,
All
before
right,
we
so-
go to our next
yeah.
segment, let me ask you guys a question. This is going to be a long-winded question.
son of a
Oh
bitch.
my god.
It comes with story time. Okay. So a little backstory. I used to take jujitsu, right? And I told Carlos the story already. I used to take jujitsu, and then when I would go to class, I would put my gi in a duffel bag. I had a red, white, and blue duffel bag. And so anyways, we were going out of town this past weekend, and I couldn't find my duffel bag. So I asked the wife, I'm like, hey babe, did you have you seen my duffel bag? I don't know where it's at. And she's like, is that the one you used to take your sumo gear in? And I was like, what? My sumo gear? I was like, she's like, no. I was like, first of all, it's called jujitsu, and second of all, sumo gear, the diaper. I didn't know exactly how to react because it was funny, and I had to give her that. She wasn't being funny, so that's the part where I was kind of offended. My question to you guys is, when I kill her, should I use a jujitsu move or a sumo move?
You know how to do sumo moves? Is a question, real quick.
You just gotta be fat and you just gotta sit on somebody.
Well, I figured that's why she said.
Yokozuna.
That's why she
Well,
called
she
you a
wasn't
sumo
wrong
wrestler.
then,
So she
right?
wasn't wrong then.
Well,
She was wrong because I don't have sumo gear, you motherfuckers.
You just told me you were a sumo guy.
I did jujitsu.
You don't get the Yokozuna
and I want to
title for
choke you
killing
so
your
bad.
wife.
What's that?
You don't get
Could
the
you-
Yokozuna title for slapping your wife or killing your wife. The 100-hand slap, like E Honda.
Yeah, I think you should use a jujitsu move though.
How about you
Yeah.
don't do any move at all? Stay out of prison, you dumbass.
I think
That's-
if I give
more
the
you know.
backstory, if I give the backstory at court
Oh, you'll
Yeah.
probably get away with
and
it.
how
You'll
she
walk.
fat shamed me,
That's
Oh, you'll
right.
walk.
I said I keep my sumo gear in my duffel bag.
That's the part I heard. The fact
Yeah, and then and this will be your like one of your pieces of evidence. Listen to the podcast. I clearly explained my point.
If Twitter was your jury, you'd walk.
Yeah.
Deal.
So did you feel bad because she kind of like she basically called you fat? Like
pretty much.
You know, not necessarily meaning to, but she called you fat.
Like I said, it was pretty funny, and I will have to give her that.
I mean,
situation.
You'd be one of the skinnier sumo guys.
Yeah, I mean, I did a Google deep dive afterwards, and I started looking up sumo stuff, and there are some like really buff sumo guys out there. There's different weight classes, and obviously, she thought I was in the top tier of the weight class.
Now, I've attended live sumo on my trip to Japan, and yeah, I'd say you're top tier, dude.
Oh wow!
Well, see, this is different because the way Carlos presented it, it hurt me.
Yeah,
because he attacked me.
He did.
My wife wasn't attacking me.
She wasn't attacking.
She just made a simple Freudian slip.
She
and I will have to slip her into a coma.
I don't think she made a slip. I think she's waiting for a chance to somehow call you fat without being mean. And
Dude,
she saw what you
should-
were doing.
You should get a sumo outfit and just show up one day. Like, just come out of the bathroom one day with this thing on. See what she does.
The amount of effort that's going to go into that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm going to have to shop for it and then try it on and stuff. I just
when you can just go and eat more cake.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah, you'll eventually get there. No suit needed. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah,
that was
I would-
my weekend.
Yeah.
And,
well.
So then, I went on an eating binge.
I do like how you
because
like
I was
how,
sad because
your first
I was
thought
sad.
was I
And
like how
was
your first
fat
thought
because I
though,
eat. And...
Your first thought was murder. That was the best part. He's like, "Oh, that's your sumo gear." Bing. Like, I'm gonna murder you.
There was a point in my life where I was really sensitive about that.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of accepting. So it was kind of funny. Her life is not in danger.
You do have to accept it. I mean, people like, I'm no longer 180 pounds, right? I'm now 220. People say, "Hey, what's up, big guy?" And I'm like, that's me now.
Yeah.
That's me now. I look like the big guy. Like,
Yeah.
That's it. You just take it, So
Yeah. My girls the other day when I was in the kitchen said, "Daddy, you're like a big bull in a china shop." Oh, thank you. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Take that as take it as a compliment. And Johnny, he'll
Look,
get
Johnny,
over it, man.
If it makes you feel any better.
Oh, here we go.
I put on a button-down shirt about 2 weeks ago, and it was a little more snug than it used to be, right? So anyway, I had to put one on again today because I was having a meeting, and so I decided to grab one of my dad's shirts, and it fit lovingly, and he was a big man, and I looked good in it. So now, apparently, I can go steal my dad's clothes because.
Ooh,
they fit.
you have reached a new level.
I think so. I think it's time.
Because
to
your
get
dad was a big bear.
You guys, like, let's move on to Jack Reacher.
No. You know what? Let me ask you another question. Can I borrow one of those shirts? I want to see how it feels.
I love it. I love it. Your wife started this. Tell her thank you. Tell her
I
thank
will.
you. Does she
Thank
listen?
you.
Because
no.
Okay, good. Because she doesn't want to hear about how she's gonna get murdered or anything.
No, yeah.
Throw
Yeah,
that
she
out
doesn't want to
there.
hear that.
No. All right. Well, there we go. Let's jump right into it. Amazon released Jack Reacher. It's 8 parts series. All right, I should say season 1 is 8 episodes. Jack Reacher is based on the books Reacher. Are they Reacher or Jack Reacher for the books?
Reacher.
Just how many books do you know? I heard it's 15, right?
26.
No,
27.
26.
Oh my
26.
God. And this is based on the first book?
Yes.
It was based on the first book. Yep.
Okay.
And
Okay,
Hugh,
on
have you read
four.
them all?
All but the last couple of years, just the last like year or two. So I've probably read 23 of the 26.
Loser.
You read.
You read, nerd.
Use your brain.
We use it both
freaking
ways too.
nerd.
You're a loser for not finishing and a nerd for doing it. Like it just works both ways. The show stars some guy from another show. I don't know the guy's name, but he was in the show Titans on HBO Max. He played Hawk and Dove. He also played Aquaman and Colossus. Wasn't he an X-Men or am I wrong? Was he an X-Men?
No, you're wrong. Alan Richardson.
Yeah. What else has he been in? If you have his IMDb up by any chance.
I'm looking at now.
One of my favorite roles
Titans
that he played was in The Wedding Ringer. Remember that
Hunger
Kevin Hart
Games.
movie? Kevin Hart
and
yes.
And
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad.
His character. His character was just this buff guy, and then when they would ask him a question and he'd get stumped, he would just take his shirt off, just start moving his boobies around, and then they would just forget the question and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
So
he was actually in Hunger Games, one of them.
He was in Hunger Games.
He was in
You're
Hunger
right.
Games.
He was in Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So how would you explain Jack Reacher? I mean, he's ex-military.
He is an ex-military guy.
He's ex-military, and what does he do now? What would you say he does now?
he's a hobo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he says that.
He just wanders and helps out. I don't know, solves crime.
He kind of stumbles into things, right?
There you go.
Yes.
Stumbles into like, oh wait, something's
Yes.
happening here. Well, I can help you out.
Because he went to that town to find a jazz legend, and he's big into jazz legends, especially jazz, older jazz. So he went to that town to find the grave of a jazz legend.
What was his name? Blind something.
Blind Willie or something like that.
Blind Stevie Pete, and he.
Blind Pete.
Well, I did think it was kind of, coincidence. Your brother died here. I was like, oh.
Oh no. His brother left him a message.
Right.
To go look in this town for this guy.
Yeah, because it wasn't on his own.
No.
So his brother
no.
more or less led him to that.
Right. Kind of a
Got
come help me type deal.
Okay. Great show though. Just great show. When I first saw the sheriff deputy, the blonde girl, I actually thought it was the girl from Ozarks at first. I thought it was
the one who plays Ruth.
Thought it was Ruth, and I was like, oh, she got another job. And no, it wasn't Ruth. Looks like Ruth, just with straight hair. But
Willa Fitzgerald.
So we'll start with Johnny. Johnny, give us your take on Reacher and your overall score.
First of all, the guy is huge. This show should be called Jacked Reacher because he's just fucking yoked. He's got his shirt off for about half of the movie. And honestly, if I look like that, I would too. Action was cool. You know, I enjoyed the storyline. The only criticism that I have would probably be the final episode during like the fight scene or whatever. There's supposed to be all this smoke and there all this stuff, and it looked like a straight to DVD movie, like as far as the effects. They just CGI'd a bunch of stuff, and even one of the very last scenes where his brother, like they get in the cab, he's like, "You can cry now." I was like, "Is that a CGI tear going down his face?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, you know what's funny? You brought up the last episode. I thought one of the worst parts that you just said was the tropes at the end where everybody got to fight their arch nemesis. And I was like, oh, that's just kind of stupid. And you all won, and you got to fight your arch nemesis. Okay, Johnny, continue.
No, I agree. The last the last episode was just meh. You know, I was a fan of the first Jack Reacher movie with Tom Cruise. Not so much the second one, but I enjoyed the way that he put things together in the movie as opposed to the show. So I don't know. You might have a different perspective because you've read the books, and I'm only basing it off the movies and the show. I liked it.
What is your grade? Because I know this is definitely gonna get picked up for season 2 because Amazon needs content. But what is your grade?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3.
All right, we got a solid 3 on the board.
Solid 3, maybe 3.5.
Oh wow, we're moved up a little bit.
Yeah, little 0.5s.
You remember it because you remember the shower scene. That's what it was. Oh, he dirty.
That was great. That was great.
Dirty bastard, you.
That was great.
All right, Hugh, your turn. What'd you think of the show and your score?
Like Johnny said, I've read the book, so that's the biggest complaint that people who have read the books have with the Cruz character. He was way too small. And I'm not saying you have to be literal to the books, but it's a huge part of the book how big he is and how not handsome he is. I don't think Alan Ritchson is the perfect choice. He's better than Cruz, that's for sure. But I've talked before, I think Michael Shannon would have been a great choice if he bulked up a little bit. Except that they're similarly sized. I thought Shannon was bigger. In any case,
but Shannon would be too old for the part.
He probably would be. My only problem I have with Richard is he's a little too good looking. I mean, Reacher in the books is not a good looking guy.
That's just a curse that he and I live with every day. So you can't really judge a person on being too good looking. But
I thought you meant you and the character and the Jack Reacher. You guys live with a curse of being some ugly mugs.
Shut up.
You.
But in terms of the end, I mean, I just think they're sticking to the book, and that typically is what happens at the end of Reacher books. Is that they, if it's more than just him, they fight whoever it is that they've kind of squared off with. And the bad thing for everybody in this series is everyone will be gone except for Richard. Next season, it'll be just him and a whole new cast. And in fact, I looked at IMDb, there's 9 other books it looks like they've already are adapting, or maybe they're just episode names. I don't know. They could be episode names. Score-wise, I would give it a 4 for sure.
Yeah, you read about one thing is I thought the same thing you did. Oh, he's going to leave town. Now we'll get a whole new cast with basically the same outcome, you know? And it's it's just going to be a repeated formula over and over. Really. It's just, because think about it. Reacher was basically Batman. He figured everything out. He just knew every little thing was going to happen and everything that was going to come next. But you're right. That was because I like the cop, the black detective character. He's a really good actor. He was from iZombie, which is also a really good show that was on the CW. Yeah, he was great. But then I thought the same thing you did. I'm not going to see him next season. He's a good character. So that is the downside to the show.
You'll probably see his friend, the assistant that.
Oh, Neely.
Yeah. She'll probably be in a few, and then
a few. She doesn't always show up in the books.
Oh yeah,
you'll probably see flashbacks with his brother.
Possibly.
Did you think it was in the books, Hugh? Did his mom call him Reacher? Call him by his last name?
Yeah, I think that was the one plus to this, is that they explored that. In the movies, they didn't explore it at all. That was a plus to this, giving him some backstory. I don't think they'll do it anymore. I mean, it's done. There's nothing really. There's nothing more really to say about it. That's it.
Yeah, you kind of got that part out of the way. I mean, the movies were just Reacher showed up and shit went down.
Yeah, he was drawn into something he didn't want to be drawn into, and then once he was in, he's fighting for the good guy.
But I thought the movies were entertaining, for sure. I didn't know anything about the books, but I saw the movies and it's pretty good. Carlos, your take, your score.
Well, first on Hugh's thing where he says in the book, Jack Reacher is not a good looking guy. I think to each their own, as far as when you read a book, you kind of picture a character a certain way. And then when you see them live, a lot of people are disappointed because that's not how I pictured him. He looked like this or looked like that from the book. So I've read one book and I didn't really think either way if he wasn't an attractive dude or if he was an attractive dude. But as far as the show, I think they were trying to really push the fact that he's just a big guy, he's big giant. Everybody kept, making comments about it, how he's a big guy. I think that's because in the book, he's just a really tall guy, right? I mean, like Johnny, I like the first movie. The second one, again, not like Johnny, not so much. But it was the first movie that made me want to go out and get the books and start reading them. I read one. That's kind of how to get some more. But anyway, the show itself, it was very entertaining. I liked it. I mean, I binge watched it because, Amazon just put them all out. But as far as the grade goes, I would give it a 3.5. And they did renew it already for season 2. And apparently Alan Richardson, little tidbit, he played Raphael in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
Yeah, that's right.
In the Michael Bay ones. Yeah, he was. Yeah, you need the big guys for those roles. Yeah. The show was good. It wasn't, it definitely kept you going because I binged it as well. So you kind of want to see where it went next after every episode. Like everyone kind of harped on, the last episode wasn't the greatest, but you gotta finish the story somehow. I'd give it a 3. I mean, it was. I'd definitely come back for season 2. Like Carlos said, when you read a book and they kind of describe a character, it's just how you picture it, right? I remember when I read Da Vinci Code, I actually saw almost like Indiana Jones basically as that character when they described like who he was and so forth, like that type, like a Harrison Ford, Jack Reacher. I read it and I automatically pictured Adam Sandler.
Well, who they should have read Jack Reacher, but I don't think they ever read.
That's who
Jack
they should have
Reacher.
casted. They should have casted Adam Sandler in them.
No, they should not.
That would have been good. What? Who? He does that goofy little stupid things. And
should have cast Aquafina.
Oh, she would have been because she got some hot water recently. Don't want that. What's your thing, Hugh? You were like, I got something.
But
quick.
no, it's funny because in the book he never. I mean, he may have gotten hit a few times, never lost a fight.
Oh, so he's Steven Seagal.
Basically, and he lost that fight in the swimming pool. If he doesn't grab that gun, that's it. That's it for the series. 5 episodes, and he's dead, drowned in the pool.
Oh yeah, that whole thing. Yeah,
I was surprised by that.
I was surprised too that the little guy made it so far in the round before he got
right.
shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't too surprised. I mean, he was getting beat with a crowbar. How many guys do you know that can just block a crowbar and just keep going? That shit would hurt. I don't care how big you are.
Including myself. Just one. Just one.
But my point is, no matter what he was beaten with in all the books, I read like lots of them, didn't matter. Somehow Superman, he came out, so I was like, wow, let him get beat up.
Aquaman.
He let him get beat up a little bit.
I didn't like the final scene where his weapon of choice to kill all these people was just a handgun. I mean, maybe use whatever you're comfortable with. Maybe they're following the books. I didn't know, but there's assault weapons. There's plenty of other stuff.
I thought that was funny too when they went to the police station and they're all grabbing these high-end weapons. He's like, I just need myself a little bit of handgun. I'm good. I'm like, what?
He went in with John Wick on the mind, man.
All right. We'll be right back after the break on Nerds Talking the Podcast. Hey, this is Lafayette from Nerds Talking the Podcast. Join us next week as we talk about Peacemaker.
We'll talk about the last episode of The Peacemaker, and we'll do a season review.
And we'll be reviewing the movie The Kingsman. All that and more.
And the popular Netflix documentary, Tinder Swindler. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. Here with Hugh, Johnny, Carlos, and I'm Lafayette. Remember, rate, subscribe, download, turn on notifications, review the show on any digital platform such as Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and Amazon. I'm pretty sure there's other platforms people use, right? iHeart? Are we on iHeart?
We are on iHeart and Stitcher. We're on Stitcher.
Yeah, Stitcher's a good one. Yeah. Anchor, which is our home host. Good old Anchor. Well, we move on to sports movies. Sports movies and American Underdog, starring, God damn it, I forgot his name. Come on, you guys know.
Zachary Levi.
There you go, Zachary Levi. And also, is it Anna Paquin?
Anna Paquin.
Anna Paquin. I was kind of surprised to see her in there. She looked just like Kurt Warner's wife. It's crazy. But the movie about Kurt Warner, Hall of Fame quarterback that played for the St. Louis Rams, the New York Giants, and the Arizona Cardinals. It's about a movie. I should say it's about a movie because it is a movie. It's a movie about a man's journey, never giving up to fulfill his dream to be an NFL quarterback. It was it was pretty good. It was entertaining. Carlos, did you see it?
I did.
And
it was a good movie. I liked the story of Kurt Warner, but it seemed to me like it should have been like a Hallmark movie, just the way it was done. But it was good. I liked it. I didn't realize, all the struggles he went through to get. I knew he came from arena football, but I didn't realize all the other stuff that was going on. I didn't realize his in-laws had died in a tornado. And the guy just never let go of his dream. That's one of those stories where you can actually say, hey, man, if you never give up, you'll get what you want. So good for him. It worked out. It's unfortunate because I'm a Giants fan. It's unfortunate when he got picked up by the Giants that they kept him on the bench the whole time. It was absolutely ridiculous. The guy's a good quarterback. I really wanted
a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, I wanted to see him play, but the Giants just wouldn't let that idiot Eli off the field.
Two-time Super Bowl champion Eli Manning.
I give it a 3.
Okay. Yeah. I could see a 3 for that movie. Yeah, it's good. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it had a lot of good, like, heartstring moments, where you're like, man, he finally did it. Man, no, he was in the grocery store and his buddy's like, you gonna make it one day? And he's like, yep. And I was like, you tell him, Kurt, I got faith in you. I believe in you. Like, you just felt for the guy, man. You really did. Because he would tell his coaches and everything, like, just let me play. I'm gonna show you. And they were like, nah, you're okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, and he was really good in college, but the Packers dicked him. Oh, the Packers dicked him good.
Kind of dicked himself, though.
He did and didn't.
If they'd have been like, hey, on the field, whether you know the playbook or not, I'm going to go out there and throw the goddamn ball.
Well, and here's
throw it.
Well, and here's the thing. If you've ever played organized football, a lot of the plays sound similar. So if they tell you, hey, run a 32 belly option, all that means is an option play. You're going to either hand it off to the fullback or you're going to throw it to the flat. Like, so any play they call, he should have known what it is. And if not, just wing it and throw it to the open guy. But no, I'm not going in. Then you're cut. Oh, like you got to be in the NFL for one day and get your ass out of here. But it was good. I mean, my favorite part was when Dick Vermeil basically told him, I brought you here for a reason. Like, you're going to be good and you're going to play. And when he said, I won't let you down, he won the Super Bowl first season out the gate. He's like, I ain't going to let you down, coach. It's like, I'm that good. And he really was that good of a quarterback. So I give it a 3 because Carlos is right about one thing. It did feel like a Hallmark movie, but it was a good movie. It was for a sports movie. It definitely made the grade. Johnny?
I mean, it's up there. It wasn't Rudy,
Hey, you got to admit, for what Rudy was, the fact that there's only one football play in the movie, pretty good sports movie. Pretty good sports movie.
No, I mean, I'm along with you guys. It felt very Hallmark, Lifetime-y, with mentioning God and Jesus and this and that. We're meant for better things. Whatever. Like I said, I knew of Kurt Warner. I knew he was great. Then, you always heard the stories. Oh, you were bagging groceries 5 years ago, and now you're doing this. And but it went more in depth onto his struggles and whatnot. And man, it was a great movie. I loved it. I'm 3.5.
Yeah, it was good. It was, and people don't realize how long it took him from college to get to the NFL. It wasn't like he was off for a year.
Right.
14 years, is that right?
No, it was something almost like 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he got to the NFL like 31 or something like that, or 29. Like it took years for him to actually get to the NFL.
I think it was 4 or 5 years.
See, so when he was 20, check how old he was when he got to the NFL. 28, maybe.
Well, he went undrafted in 94.
Yep, that was what.
And
the
then
Packers.
his first he started with the Rams in 98. So
4 years. Yeah, okay. 4 years. I mean, and that's just holding out hope for 4 years,
That's pretty long for a guy who's never played in the NFL, and never got drafted.
For sure.
4 years. That's man.
I mean, 14 years would have been a better story.
I know when he said 14 years. I was like, it's 36-year-old rookie Kurt Warner.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Roy Hobbs? Is that Roy Hobbs?
A 12-time arena football champion.
He didn't even play with the Iowa Barnstormers the whole time. He also played with the Amsterdam Admirals.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
He played in the arena. He played in the Euro Football League. He did. Yeah, he played in Euro Football for the NFL League. Yeah, there was a lot of moments in that movie though where that feel good moments. You're like, Kurt, I'll never not root for you, buddy.
Yeah, and he was a good guy from beginning to end.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
because there are some characters that you hate him at first, and then he grows into a good guy or whatever. This guy was always trying, always being a good dude.
He's always a good dude.
You got kids? No problem.
Yeah,
one of them's a blind Asian kid? No problem.
That did throw me off.
Yeah, because his real kid who's blind isn't Asian, but
he's not.
I did enjoy seeing a blind Asian kid there.
Did you? Oh, you you of course.
Like we can get every part. We're versatile.
We can play the blind.
Well, you said that his real kid is not Asian, right? A blind Asian kid.
Mm-hmm.
No, the kid, like the actual kid. Yeah, he's not Asian. Yeah.
Well, you think maybe they told him he was Asian?
Huh.
He didn't know.
How's he gonna know?
Huh.
He don't see color. He don't see nothing. If the whole world was blind, we'd be off to a better.
No, you think they consulted him on the casting? So what do you think you look like? I'm Asian, right? They told me I was Asian.
Yeah.
Cast the Asian kid.
Wait a second. I didn't get the part because he's like Clayton Bigsby, that Dave Chappelle character.
Oh yeah. Oh man, the black redneck.
Yeah,
the black clan member.
The black white supremacist.
I like when they told me black.
Did he divorce his wife?
Oh, that was so fucking funny.
I remember when they told him there was a black guy here. Where is that black? Oh, the Chappelle show is like, it's just like, it's right after the top 5 shows of all time. Because when you watch it, you're like, this shit never gets old. Oh my God. It's so funny. Okay, so there we go. So Hugh didn't see it, but Hugh, when you do see it, you will enjoy.
Yeah, you will enjoy the blind Asian kid.
It's the blind Asian kid and the
tug at the heartstrings a little bit.
The whole
not
movie,
because he was Asian, but just the whole movie.
The whole movie just has all those moments, all of them. Like,
yeah, but a little too Jesus-y. Like, it reminded me of Courageous.
Oh, okay.
Directed it.
Directed by Alex Kendrick, producer Stephen Kendrick.
His brother. Kicking some cash. Bought a camcorder at Best Buy.
Who's in it?
Alan Kendrick, Stephen Kendrick. And of course, Jesus.
Uncredited. He's uncredited.
Uncredited. Can't give him credit because then there's a tax issue, all this stuff. Like,
then he has to join SAG.
Yeah, exactly. And that's too good. That's too good. All right, so move on to our last topic, which Hugh's last topic. It's kind of a double topic. It's scenes in movies that are emotional. Was it Hugh? Was it emotional scenes?
Great emotional moments or scenes.
Great emotional moments and scenes. And how about movies that get you emotional in either a joyous way or any other way? A movie that really stands out to you that you might remember. Like, man, that really, God, that was good. That hit me good. Hugh, you go first.
So I Am Legend with Will Smith, who's never been known as a amazing actor. But in I Am Legend, he has that moment with the mannequin. He's interacting with the mannequins because he's supposedly the only human being alive after a horrible virus kills everybody. And he has a crying moment. And knowing, how movies are made, I just think it's like, that's a great moment. It's a great actor moment that I wouldn't have expected from him. The second moment is really the whole movie, but the wrestler, Mickey Rourke with his daughter, again, a great emotional crying moment with his daughter, which, Mickey Rourke is known for being able to do those things, especially when he was younger. But yeah, I mean, there are two moments that are like really, really effectual, I thought.
What about in the game? What emotional moment in the game?
I knew the game was going to show up. I knew it.
So
I knew it.
So when Michael Douglas is hanging and his shoe falls off,
okay,
and he's upset, I really felt that. I felt that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. The last scene when he jumped onto the balloon and got up, I was
a relief,
off.
like finally killed himself.
Oh my God!
Right.
Damn. I was.
Yeah, I was emotional too. I was mad at Hugh for recommending this.
So not even emotional at the movie, but emotional at somebody else. I got up in the theater, motherfucker. They're like, whoa, so that wasn't that serious. No, not you, buddy. Don't worry.
I got someone to call. I got someone to call.
I'm gonna start a game, all right. Carlos, do you have any scenes that are got you kind of hyped up or excited, or got you like put you in some type of way?
Well, I gotta agree with Hugh with the I Am Legend scene, the video store scene with Will Smith. That to me is one of the best movie scenes I've ever seen. I mean, I was not expecting that from Will Smith, and it was just an incredible scene. If you get a chance to rewatch it, just you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just a great scene. But I guess I just got to go like recent, because I can't really think of anything like off the top of my head. Well, except for one. I know you guys are probably gonna think this is stupid, but in Independence Day, the first one,
you're fucking stupid. You're so fucking stupid.
When the president gives the speech about taking Earth back, defending Earth.
Not gonna lie, the first time I saw that in theaters, man. The first time I saw that, I was like, this guy should be the fucking real president.
He should be the president.
God damn it, that was a good speech.
Oh
like,
man.
But recent, I guess if I got to say recent, is gotta be like Endgame. Endgame did a lot. It was great. And Spider-Man No Way Home, man, just I saw it 3 times, I think maybe 4 times now, but every time it gets me every time,
even though you know it's coming.
Even though I know it's coming, it gets me every time.
It's interesting, Johnny.
And it's all the same scenes too. It's never like, oh, I know it's coming, so brace yourself. It's like, oh, tear. Yeah, every time.
Not even a CGI tear.
Yeah.
A real tear.
Real tear.
So
and it turns into one of those. Your wife, my wife looks at me. What are you doing? I'm yawning. You're like, you're faking a yawn because tears are coming.
Yeah, my allergies act up when I'm sad.
Johnny, go ahead. Tell me what Pixar movie did it for you.
First of all, you know me so well. Second of all, no, I'm gonna piggyback off of you. I Am Legend, but the scene for me was when he had to kill his dog. His dog got infected, and that was his best friend. Ooh, that fucking hit me hard. Another Will Smith scene that for me was iconic was in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The scene where
his dad.
Yeah, his dad like is a truck driver or some shit, and he says, "Hey, we're gonna be, you're gonna be father son again," and then he
summer
just
road trip.
Summer road trip, and then like. He's like, ooh, even talking about it, I get a little choked up because Will Smith did such a great job. Just he was crying, like, why doesn't my dad want me?
Yeah. He don't want me, Uncle Phil.
Why don't he want me? Ooh.
Yeah, why does he want me? Yeah, that's such a good scene though.
Another powerful Fresh Prince one was when Will gets shot in the ass or something like that, right? And then Carlton wants revenge, so like he buys a gun, and Will Smith is like, what the fuck? Give me that gun. You owe me. I saved your life. Give me the gun. And then he like starts breaking down crying after like Carlton leaves. But like Carlton, bought a gun to get vengeance or some shit like that. But it's a great scene. Will Smith is a good actor. What are you talking about, Hugh?
He's a really good actor. He was really good in what's that? What was that called? 8 pounds, or what was it called?
Yeah, that was 8 pounds. That was a good movie. That was a good movie too.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah,
he's good in Ali.
Wild Wild West.
Well, he's good in the comedy style type of movies, of course.
Right. I never saw Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Good show.
That new one.
I'm gonna look up the scenes now.
The new one. They have a new one. Yeah, it's all
like
dramatic.
It's a real reality based
drama. Yeah,
more realistic.
Yeah, it's a drama.
Yeah,
no,
that's our own Peacock, I believe, right?
It is. Yeah.
All right. So my other emotional movie scene is the movie 50-50. Have you guys seen that with Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
50-50. What's it about?
He gets cancer, and they basically say, "Hey,
yes,
you have a 50-50 chance to live."
Yeah.
There's an emotional scene where he's in the car talking to his therapist, and he's just like, just overcome with everything. It's so emotional. I mean, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is great. He's a lot of stuff he does. And that scene, like, and that at the very end, he was like, made that connection with Anna Kendrick, and Man, that was such a great scene.
Hmm.
So if you
There
haven't
you go.
seen it, watch it. 50-50.
50-50.
It's
I've
got
seen it.
Joseph
I've seen it.
Gordon-Levitt.
I have seen it. I just don't
Seth
recall it.
Rogen.
So I know.
I thought
yeah.
so. I
I
thought
remember Seth
Rogen
Rogen
in
was
it.
in that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew he was in that. Isn't that his movie? Right, Seth Rogen's movie.
I don't know.
I think it is a Seth Rogen movie.
Wow.
Production, a Seth Rogen production. Yeah, no, I, I brought this one up before the show. The Balboa scene where Rocky tells his son never give up, never let
Yes.
anybody knock you
It's a
down.
great
Like, that speech is like
yeah.
like wow, it's like the most motivational speech ever in a movie. Love that. Sports movies do it for me. You know, when I see sports movies, they'll do. I'm pretty sure Something Remember the Titans got me because that movie was just like that. And, oh, you know what movie really got me hyped up? Do you guys ever see the Miracle? The U.S.
Yes,
hockey
the
team movie.
US
Oh,
The
my
hockey
God.
team movie.
Yeah,
That
You know what?
movie-
I've never seen that.
Let me
never
tell
seen
you,
that.
in the theaters, you swear the game was live because I was just like, come on, score the goal. Like, even though you know what's happening, like I was so excited to see like the actual game play out in the movie. And I was like, oh, this is so good. Like, it was done so well. And Kurt Russell's fantastic in that movie. Yeah, it just sports movies and Pixar movies do it for me, especially. Man, those do it, man.
I have to admit, Toy Story had some great moments too. But
I mean, nothing
for
tops
sure.
Toy Story 3.
yeah,
When they're all
Crash
thought they were gonna
Compactor
burn.
scene. Ooh.
Yeah, that was a tough scene right there. Oh, I barely made it through it.
You know,
But,
there's a Pixar short called Bow.
Seen it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That was very emotional too. It's
it's a good one. That's the one about the Asian family, right?
As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, it is about
Yep.
the Asian
Yeah,
family.
of course. 'cause
And
you brought it
you
up.
know, they're all like chunky bow face type people, and yeah, it's all about not forgetting your parents. And
That one is really
where you
good.
came from.
Yeah,
It's really good.
that one's
That one,
really
I think,
good.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
it made me cry.
Yeah,
about
Then,
Up?
like,
yeah.
then I talked to my
Up-
mom. I'm like,
Up was
yeah.
yeah, no.
All right.
You wish you had all the balloons from Up to tie around your mother. You just fly away, and you go bow bye bye. No, Up is a good one though. Just the beginning of it. Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
sad. It's so sad. The beginning and the end is good too. When they're friends and the old man.
Have you guys seen the series Doug?
Doug? No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, Doug.
It's
That's
not
on
bad.
Disney Plus. Yeah,
It's on
Doug.
Disney Plus. It's about Doug the dog.
Oh, the
and-
dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doug. That's a good movie. I was saying how Rocky 4. These guys got to admit at the end of Rocky 4 when Stallone wins and he tells Russia that we can all get along. Look at us all here in the crowd. We can all be friends. You're like, Rocky, yes, diplomacy worked again.
You're gonna bring the world together. The Cold
I
War
feel
is
like
over.
we need to play. We need to play it right now.
that's all it
Things
took.
are getting hot again.
I know, right? Like in Ukraine, they should play it over speakers.
Just at the border.
That's at the border.
We can all get along. You didn't like me. I didn't like you.
Yeah, I'm trying my hardest, Mick. I don't think it has anything to do with Ukraine. Man, so Rocky's too good. That's one of the greatest just set of movies ever, I tell you. Good old Rock. All right, well, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in. Hugh, anything left for the show?
No, man, that was great.
He's tapped out. He's like, I'm good. Johnny,
Peace.
nothing for you?
No, sir.
All right. Tell everybody sayonara or whatever you say.
Oh,
Wait, Hugh has something. Hold on.
no, Johnny.
No.
Oh.
Hugh was saying how I was feeling every time you make a racist joke. It's like, here we
go again. I gotta say something again. Bok choy, whatever he's gonna say.
Oh, there it is again.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, Johnny. From Johnny.
See ya.
For Carlos.
Bye-bye.
And I'm Lafayette. We'll see you next time on Nerds Talking the Podcast.
Hey, this is Carlos. Stick around and listen to our first ever behind the scenes and listen in to see who gets converted and what it takes to convert them.
And come hungry.
You guys got me.
Yeah, and now I get Johnny from last week. Now I get Johnny from last week. I would definitely would do a Lipa without even being. Now I get it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
After a soccer match, she's
Yeah.
totally in the
Oh
mood.
yeah.
Back door.
Doja
could-
Cat's on that list too.
Oh, she'd be
She
good
could
one to
have-
have.
She could have gastrointestinal distress, and it'd
Well, I don't
still
know
be all
about
right.
that.
You know what?
Mm.
That's a good call though. Her and Doja Cat, like a female lineup. That's actually a good call. Yeah, I forgot Doja
Yeah, we're
Cat.
talking about a different lineup. Lafayette, you're off topic now.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
I
talking
was
about
looking
the,
at
the
a-
salad
I was-
tossing line.
I was
about
looking at a work
salads.
email. I was working at a work. I brought her up last week about that, and then
You know,
Uh,
Dua Lipa. Johnny said,
yeah, I
he
brought
was
up
all
Dua
over
Lipa.
that.
I brought Dua Lipa.
Yeah, we didn't hear Doja Cat, but Doja Cat.
Oh, yeah, Doja Cat's hot. Yeah,
You know what? I'm into Ariana Grande.
she wouldn't be bad.
She
Not
wouldn't
bad.
be bad.
She's
and
tiny.
she's so tiny. Yeah, just
Mhm.
one lick. She'll be
Oh.
fine.
It's over. It's over.
It's like
You
a
know what?
Tootsie Pop.
And another
How many
good
licks?
and another good halftime performer. Good
It's like-
job there.
Grande.
I like how you guys meet up with the NFL. Listen, here's my list. What's it? Was there a woman that was like their
ass
ass?
I would lick.
But
Put them on
they're
the
also
show.
quality performers. They're all quality performers.
Johnny, it's like a basketball.
Just spin it. and
Yes.
just
Then-
pop
He's a
it up.
spinner.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I like how you guys put your list together. That's the best. Like they're like, what do you think about Adele? No. I would not. Who else you got on that list?
Susan Boyle. No.
What?
No.
What's wrong with you people?
What's her name? Ava? Is it Ava Max?
Ava Max. Yeah.
Oh,
Ava Max.
she's hot too.
Ava Max. Yeah.
I must look.
All right, so let's go to Jack Reacher. Here we go.
I think I'll make that. Stay tuned. Oh, yeah. Lafayette cut me.
Oh my God, Carlos.
Lafayette cut me a. Stay tuned after the show for our behind the scenes talk, and I'll add this at the end.
Oh, we're going to do that right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Should I do it at the end of the show though? Like when I sign
Yeah, it's
off?
fine. Do it at the end of the show.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, did you look up Ava Max? Yeah,
I did.
she's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else is hot? Is that,
4 licks. 4 licks for her.
blonde
Oh, wow.
chick. 4. Wow.
I'm just kidding. She would get the max.
The Ava Max. You are dirty.
Oh,
You're the
I
worst.
know. I know.
It's like I said last week. There's 2 guys on the show that lick assholes. These guys are just dirty bastards.
God.
What are you looking at
What's her
now?
name? Oh, Iggy
Doja
Azalea.
Cat.
Would you
Oh
put-
my
Would you
God.
put Iggy Azalea on that list?
Yes. Good heavens, yes. Good lord.
Oh, all of a sudden,
Jesus.
Lafayette's converted. Lafayette's converted. Where's
mean-
the salad line?
Excuse me.
He is
Excuse
like-
me.
Seriously, like no, man. She puts
Oh,
so she still makes
Jesus.
albums and she makes all these music videos. Still, she puts them on. Of course, everybody puts their videos on YouTube. But good lord, yeah,